مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everybody and welcome to our third online learning lesson this week. Today we are going to learn about a tag question. So what's the title of our lesson today? Our title today is tag question, using tag question. So in which situation should we use tag question? Okay, now my students, we use tag questions to ask a question in order to express sarcasm, anger, disbelief, shock, concern, and other emotions. For example, look at the first part of the sentence. This is you in the photo, isn't it? Look, if the main part of the sentence is positive, look at the second part. The second part is negative. This is your photo, isn't it? Compare. This is your photo, isn't it? Okay, yes, you're right. We didn't miss the flight. Did we? Compare the first part and the second one. We didn't miss the flight. The first part, and the tag question is, did we? Negative and positive. Look at the number one. Positive, this is, isn't it? We didn't miss the flight, did we? Okay, now my students, read the dialogue. When do we use tag question? Take the correct answer. Number one, look at number one. Yes, right? We use tag question, we want to repeat something we have said. We ourselves are repeating something we have already said, right? And the second one, when we are sure about what we are saying and we think the listener will agree. And the third one, okay, look at what is a tag question. As I've just mentioned, the tag question is a sentence with a question phrase connected at the end. For example, it is windy today, isn't it? Look at the two parts of the sentence. Okay, the first part is the positive, it's windy. The second one is negative, isn't it? The sentence part, it's windy. The tag question, isn't it? Positive and negative. Now, tag questions have two purposes. When we aren't sure about something, the speaker expects an answer. For example, we get a test tomorrow, don't we? So the first part is the positive, we get, don't we? Mrs. Smith is coming to the meeting, isn't he? I'm permitted to park here, aren't I? Not I am, aren't I? This is an exception. I am permitted to park here, aren't I? So the speaker expects an answer. Okay? Now, tag questions have two purposes. When we want the other person to agree with us, the speaker doesn't expect an answer in this situation. You're falling asleep, aren't you? So the speaker does not expect an answer from you because he is certain, he is sure that you are falling asleep. You're falling asleep, aren't you? Notes the positive and the negative. The party was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Was and wasn't. Positive and negative. I didn't win the lottery, did I? Now look at the contrast. Did I? So this means that the tag question is a short question that we put at the end of the sentence. We use it to ask a question or to express concern, disbelief, anger, and other emotions. For example, if the main part of a sentence is a positive, the question tag is in the negative. For example, he is a teacher, isn't he? This is your car, isn't it? Not positive and negative. You're falling asleep, aren't you? Positive and negative. The party was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Positive and negative. I didn't win the lottery, did I? Didn't is the negative and did I is the positive. Forming tag questions. We have 6 easy ways, 6 easy steps. Step number 1, you have to identify the verb in the main sentence. Sergio likes to eat at buffets. So this is the main part. Okay. Now what about the tag question? Likes. Likes is the simple present tense. This is the verb. Look, Sergio likes to eat at buffets. Is the verb to be is an auxiliary verb or the main verb? Yes, it's the main verb. Likes is the present tense. Now the answer is we use the auxiliary verb does, since the simple present ends with the letter S. It is in the third person singular. That's why we use the auxiliary verb does, right? Does. So doesn't. Likes is the affirmative, and we use the negative doesn't, and we use the pronoun he. Sergio the noun, so the reference to that goes back to Sergio is the pronoun he. Doesn't he? Sergio likes to eat at buffets, doesn't he? Let's practice. Lunch was delicious. So was is the main verb, right? Wasn't it? It's the positive. That's why we use the negative. The tag question is in the negative form. Lunch was delicious, wasn't it? Right? Spring, spring, spring break is next week. Spring break is next week, right? Isn't it? Correct. Class finished quickly. Finished in the simple past. Yes, didn't it? Now, open your student's book page. Open your student's book page. Page 103, 103. Exercise B. Read the examples again. Read the examples again and match to make rules. Question tag are short questions which we bought. Yes. Right. We bought. Yes. At the end of a sentence. Correct. They are formed with an auxiliary verb, am, is, are, etc. Yes, and a subject personal pronoun. I, you, he, she, it, they, etc. Yes, we use a positive tag question. Yes, with a negative sentence. That's right, positive and negative. We use a negative question tag. Yes. Right? With the positive one, with the positive sentence. And number 5, when the sentence doesn't have an auxiliary verb, right? We use do, does, did according to the subject of the verb. Now complete the sentence with the correct question tag. Mom. Mom is not at home. Mom is not home. She goes to the supermarket every Friday. Yes, right? Doesn't she? That's right. Let's stay in and watch a DVD tonight. Right? Shall we? Right? The film was very interesting. Wasn't it? Yes, very. Get me a glass of juice, please. Will you? Now, I want you to match the two parts of the sentences as quickly as possible. You've called the movie, right? Haven't you? Number two, they are coming tomorrow, aren't they? Number three, this isn't going to be cheap, yes, isn't it? By this we come to the end of our lesson. Thank you for listening and have a good day. This is your teacher Adil Mazloum speaking to you. Thank you, my students, and have a good day. Goodbye.